Brought to you by Bank of Baroda, India's international bank. Air India, a Star Alliance partner. Himalaya 10X Royal for men's power and health.
Welcome back to Chai Chat, where we are discussing the relationship change between India and United Kingdom. And I'm just doing this because I have sensed some sort of a change, and it's become an interesting space. I want to take it to the DHC. Now we have to be positive. We have to keep positive. We move forward. But tell me, define your where you want to move forward to, and in what positive direction, and why has it not happened? So please put it in perspective in one go for everybody.
No, it's positive. If I have given the wrong impression, it's not positive.
No, it is positive.
Very positive.
It is always positive. What is the glitch? Let's start from the glitch to the opportunity.
You can go into glitches. What my point, which I've been making in the very beginning, it's a relationship which is a great relationship. But we need to make it a greater relationship. To move from great to greater, you need to change the structure of the way you relate to each other. That's what I meant. I mean, this is a relationship which everything is good. We are the third largest investor in UK. UK is the third largest now, the fourth of course, but still the largest investor. We create jobs in each other's countries in every field, whether you defense or aerospace or automobiles or commerce or industry.
Yes, that's why I'm saying great to greater. Please define the glitch to better.
There are no glitch. The glitch is that you need to change your mentality and think that you want to go to the next space.
Okay, and what is the next space?
Thankfully, Brexit has helped in getting the UK to realize that there's a world outside the EU. And for that, Brexit is good for us. But it still hasn't made them change the way they react with us.
Can I pick up the point? You want us to be positive. Dinesh mentioned the India-UK Year of Culture. Just remember, that was announced before Brexit by Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister.
And she chairs it, by the way, just the whole thing.
No,
yes, let me just plug that in.
And I'm leading it on behalf of the British Council. And I want to really outline to you the approach we are taking. Yes. When I was talking about equal footing and mutuality, the approach that we are taking in terms of making sure that links are built. Culture isn't just about dance and music. It's about building institutional links. We are working very hard with each state, and our country director is signing MOUs with states on skills, entrepreneurship, science, you name it. It's all happening. And our approach is very much in terms of being responsive to what's needed, but also on equal footing. And similarly, the Indian High Commission here is promoting the Indian culture to the UK. And I think that's a building block. I'm a great believer that if you get better interaction among people, you win hearts and minds. On that, you can build this transformational relationship we're talking about. And this is why I do think it's very important to actually begin to see where we are making inroads. It's very easy to concentrate on the negative, and I'm not saying I want to put under the carpet. It has to be an honest dialogue. But it's really that, and I see the Year of Culture, not just a one-year wonder. I see it as a foundation of laying this new relationship that we're talking about, the winning partnership. So I think, to me, it's basically shifting that paradigm, getting people to think. And I'm constantly using the word mutuality, equal footing, interaction on equal basis, and a dialogue. And I think that's a very important way of actually shifting that.
Okay, winning partnership.
Yeah, but I'd like to just add one other word to that, is values.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
the values that both countries share of democracy, of rule of law, and working together, so the entire winning partnership, it has to be a recognition of those shared values and an amplification of those shared values. And one opportunity, and the Deputy High Commissioner has mentioned a number, is where both countries don't look beyond each other's borders and look at places like Africa, where there's a tremendous amount of opportunity, a tremendous amount of Commonwealth. The Commonwealth has traditionally been seen as an extension of British foreign policy. That needs to change very quickly, and I think there's a lot of willingness around. It is changing, and the moment that happens, and you'll see a lot more willingness from countries like India, not just India, other countries within the Commonwealth, to work together, to collaborate together. Because if you look at the footprint of the Commonwealth, it is truly global.
Yes. I want to take this to Bob and then to you, and the same question really is the willingness to make this a winning partnership in the context beyond Brexit. How is it possible, and what does UK need to do there?
There's a number of opportunities, but the biggest area of opportunity, of course, is that India is a young country. And I don't talk about how long it's been, but the number of young people there are in India, and the ideas and the opportunities there are for both business projects and such like, which are burgeoning in India. I've seen them myself. The opportunities for taking those ideas across the world, I think, is huge. But, and this is the big but here, we must make sure that Britain becomes once again the first choice for Indian students going abroad.
Well, that is a very difficult one as long as the visa regime
there are many other reasons, and I think what people should remember is there's no cap on the number of students coming here from India. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of misunderstanding, but we've got to correct that misunderstanding, because the reality is if we exchange young people, I want to see young people from this country going to India to study.
Yes,
So it's a mutual arrangement, because by mixing people up in this way, that builds the special relationship that we're talking about.
In India, there is a nostalgia for Britain and British things.
Yes.
I remember when I was in school, we had this class. When you come out of school, there was one course, senior Cambridge course, school living course. So there was a payment for this course. Only the bright students used to get admission in this type of course. So there is a lot of opportunity both ways. Britain can send the technology as well as money to India. India can supplement in the IT and other areas. And of course, in the industrial area, India is doing very well, taking over various companies in the UK, day in, day out. I see many entrepreneurs coming here, establishing their businesses here, and many approach us for that. So where is the thick and thin of the things? And there's a lot of opportunities available both ways. So going forward, I think the future appears to be very bright, and probably it will be a greater relationship than what we are enjoying at present.
Sanjay ji, your last word.
We have seen in the past 2 or 3 years India has opened up and is still opening up. I've seen a lot of businessmen they have increased their interest doing business in India. There is a lot of depth also. So going forward, Brexit or no Brexit, I don't see any negative impact in business relationship between India and UK. It is further going to be stronger and stronger.
Okay, I want to end with the last question and one word from everybody. We have 2 minutes, which is, for the paradigm shift to happen, what is that one thing that is required? I'll start with Manoj.
You want one word, or you want...
one word, which can go into one sentence, that's it.
No, I think there needs to be a fizz in the relationship again, and that real buzz and excitement. It's about perception, as the Deputy High Commissioner has said. We need to change that perception. This book is all about helping to change that perception.
Okay, brilliant.
We've got to look forward, recognize that India's changed, Britain's changed, so we need to have a new impetus to the relationship.
One will be equal footing.
Very good. Good, well done. Yes, Sanjay. Trust between the very, very important point. Why didn't we get it in before? Bob.
Open-minded. Very simple. If 2 countries want a special relationship, you have to have special moves. You have to do something beyond what you do normally.
Brilliant. But I do trust this book. That's my plug in the end. Huh? That's my 5th plug. And a very happy birthday to you again. Absolutely. And a new beginning for India and UK relationship where there is trust, but there has to be more trust. It is special, has been so, but it has to be made more special, if I may use that term, by UK's open-minded attitude, and India is already ready to receive. So there is a movement that is possible, but I see that the baby steps towards those movements has already started. And Indo-UK culture being one, Theresa May's choosing to go to India first, another, and many more like these. And this is where we lie, and we hope, as we always hope, umeed pe duniya kaayam hai, that this paradigm shift will happen for me to see when I'm based as a journalist here. and for us. On that note, thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining us on Chai Chat, this special Chai Chat. How did you like it? Did we make Indo-UK relationships interesting for you? Please Twitter me at Lavina Tandon or write to me on chaichat@aajtak.com. Thank you. Take care. God bless.
Brought to you by Bank of Baroda, India's international bank. Air India, a Star Alliance partner. Himalaya 10X Royal for men's power and health.